Alright guys, so there's one video clip of a ES7 being downed after getting a swap, and it's absolutely going viral here in China, and it's having a very big impact. I mean, more than that meets the eye. It's gotten over like 100K views in a couple of hours. Lots of the comments saying they wouldn't buy NIO. So in this video, we're going to debunk that video and talk about what happened and share some drama with you guys. But first, we gotta talk about the quality issue, all right? The quality issue is that there's no issue. I've done 160 swaps, nothing wrong with the quality of the battery swap. You know, occasionally I have some bugs here and there. At this swap station during the winter of, I think it was like 2 years ago, I got stuck in the swap station for 40 minutes because of snow. But that's nothing to do with like the quality issue of the parts and stuff. So what happened? Well, there was a threading problem. So wait, before we talk more about that, we gotta say, like, this is 1 in a million situation. All right, it happens so rare, and the fact that this just happened showcases how reliable NIO's battery swap system is. It's absolutely super reliable. NIO actually completed 25 million swaps. It's absolutely amazing, and I'm making those posters comparing NIO and some of the other guys to really showcase how good NIO is, and upload that in China to showcase how good it is and make people know that this is actually one of the best cars you can buy. So what happened? Here's the full rundown of that dude's video. So he's an ES7 owner in China, in Beijing actually, same city as me, and he went to one of the battery swap stations at Wangjing last Friday at around 9 a.m. That's when he got there, and then it was an unmanned swap station. This swap station is manned because there's lots of traffic over here. It used to be unmanned, but so what happened, he went to that unmanned swap station, and during the battery swap, it couldn't swap, the swap failed. And he sort of started panicking. He started calling NIO's phone number because it was unmanned. He had to call the phone number. NIO in their systems also detected that there was something wrong with the car that's getting swapped. So they also called him, and so they called and got a technician to come to that swap station. But then the technician only arrived 40 minutes later. And by that time, the 12-volt battery inside the car, so when you get a battery swap, what happens is the bigger battery gets taken away, but the 12-volt battery inside the car is still powering the car. It's keeping the car on. But that battery only lasts like 30 minutes to an hour. In my case, when I got stuck in the snow, that 12-volt battery also died. But you can see in that video, it was really fast for that technician to just recharge that 12-volt battery and then get it up and running quite quickly. So for this dude, his 12-volt battery died as well. He couldn't get the swap, and the technician came, and it turned out that one of the bolt threadings was just damaged. The threading was damaged, and that also damaged the threading on the battery itself. So it was like threading was damaged in 2 parts because of one of them had damaged threadings, and you can tell when a swap happens, there's a lot of sound, and it's pretty aggressive, and you feel the swap, but actually the quality is just fine, and nothing really happens. It's fine after so many swaps. It's fine. But so apparently that one damaged threading caused the battery to not be able to work, and wasn't securely fastened into the car. And so the technician came, and he had to get a replacement number 8 bolt or something from one of the service centers. He got it, and then he replaced it, but the 12-volt battery was dead. He had to find a way to recharge it. Normally it wouldn't take that long, but for some reason, somewhere during the process, they did something. They did a misstep, and apparently the car was still down, and the car was completely dead. So the battery wasn't in the car. The 12-volt battery is also dead. So it was like around 1 p.m. already. So he's been there for like 3 hours already. 1 p.m. and that's when this happened. The battery is completely dead. Car's dead, basically powered off. And you never want your car to be powered off. It's very difficult to start a NIO when it's completely dead. So that happened, and he was really fed up. So the technician actually called a cab and sent him home. And so he went home, and then later on they fixed the whole issue and got the car started. They powered it up somehow. But it was around 5 p.m. According to this video, it was around 5 p.m. The car is already powered up, but it needs to be charged. This is really weird. I don't know why, like, why does it still need charging? This is really weird. But apparently it needed to be charged, so they got the car to the charging station on the side, and you can tell my car is parked at the charging station. Usually next to the swap station, there's charging stations, NIO power chargers. So his car was at the power charger, but they couldn't charge the car for some reason. They tried to they tried to scan the QR code. The technician tried to scan the QR code. The NIO owner actually tried to scan the QR code as well, long distance. The technician took a picture of the QR code, sent it to the NIO owner to scan it. Didn't work. It did not work, and that just was just a whole big mess. And then he ended up coming at around 5 p.m. He was so fed up with the situation, he came back to the place at 5 p.m. There's my car getting ready for a swap. He went to the swap station. He went back to that place, to his car, at 5 p.m. And then by then it was sort of working. But he went to the bathroom, and then when he came back, that car handle was popped out. The car was completely dead again. Oh my God. This is when he was like just so frustrated and so pissed off, and he was just trying to yank the door open, couldn't open it up, and he was just completely done with this whole thing. And he had to go pick up his kids, so he told NIO, like, what's the situation right now? And NIO called a tow truck, and I can't believe this. The tow truck said they couldn't tow the car, the ES7, because it was not one of those vehicles that tow truck could tow. Oh my God. Yeah, the drama never ends almost. And then so after that, he just went home, and he was really fed up. And by nighttime, the car ended up being at the service center, the Hoshayu service center, which is the one that I usually go to and film at. And yeah, so apparently it was all this this threading problem really escalated because of things weren't processed well and done well, and that led to him being stuck there for that many hours, for 8 hours almost, that car. And that was just of course he got compensated with NIO points, and also some drink vouchers and free battery swap vouchers. And yeah, the thing is pretty much over. So guys, I actually just talked to the swap technician about this situation, and it turns out there's a bolt that is removable, and it's with the battery pack. And it actually happens quite often with the bolt getting damaged. It's actually a nut. Yeah, a nut. And the threading might get damaged if there's like some sand or something, and then it gets screwed on, and that happens. But with that NIO owner, that ES7 NIO owner, and because the nut was damaged, the threading was damaged, that damaged threading caused the bolt inside the car to also be damaged, the threading on the bolt to be damaged. So that was just a added occurrence. But he told me that the bolts, the nuts really get replaced regularly, because it is a sort of like a consumable item almost. It happens very often that it gets damaged, but usually it doesn't cause any problems. So that's what he said. And for me personally, swapping never really had any problems with the whole entire swap mechanism. And also, one thing you got to remember is he got his the threading replaced, the bolts in the car replaced. I mean, like, that's also something to keep in mind. That's really, really nice that, even if it is damaged, then NIO replaces it. And I want to absolutely stress this out, that when NIO launched the EC7 and ES8 during NIO Day, one thing that was really interesting was they talked about how there was this one ES6 that has been around for 3 years and swapped just so many times that it's enough to pay for a BMW X3. And that was a pretty famous statement that the CEO said, buy a NIO and you can get a BMW X3. So NIO actually bought that ES6 back from that NIO owner that has been just swapped like crazy, because that NIO owner runs a business, and he uses the car to drive every day, long distance, and he just swaps like crazy, and he has unlimited free battery swap. So yeah, NIO got that car back. They did analysis on the car, and also the bolts and threads and everything was perfect. So this really showcases that, you know, even that NIO that swapped for just almost every day for 3 years had no quality issues with the bolts or threading issues. This is really just a 1 in a million type situation. And actually having this happen really proves that, hey, this is really rare. This is really rare. And it's better to have this happen once, and then, you know, in that 25 million swaps, and to showcase that, you know, this is really, really indeed rare and not a common occurrence. My car is getting a battery swap. It's almost about to be done with the battery swap. I can't stress this enough. I mean, battery swap, absolutely perfect. No issue with it at all. You guys should not be worried about this. I mean, I can't believe it's going so viral in China and people are so stressed out about this, saying that you made a dumb choice buying a NIO. Come on, guys, come on. Jesus Christ. I mean, like, you can't get a better car than this, in my honest opinion, all right? You got more NIOs coming in for swaps. Some of them parked over there. Here's another one. There's another one. There's like 4 or 5 NIOs lined up. We're all getting swaps. Nobody's worried about this, all right? As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.